My favorite memories I have at New Hope Christian College is the worship in the chapels. It was just, every week I look forward to Thursday mornings when we come together and we worship as a community. There's been no other thing that I feel bonds together than worship.
One of my favorite memories from being here at NHCC is from the B-Dubs party last year. So we had a Connect set up, and I turned around and looked over, and there was Mike Ward and Ed Gannigan just shaking their booties, and it was hilarious, and I'll never ever forget that.
My favorite memory is the time that Ryan Ching was videoing us for an interview like this, and I farted and I was mic'd. But he edited it. Thank you, Ryan.
I should go first. My favorite memory is actually when a whole bunch of us decided to go and hike the Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail. And so we did it really early in the morning. Don't remember the last time before that I was up that early to do a physical activity. But we got to do it together. And there's a whole bunch of us who just went up, and then we went above the lighthouse and we watched the sunrise.
One of my favorite memories at NHCC is Davey's ice cream incident. This one night, a group of students decided to play hide and seek in the lead center in the dark, and then we had a bunch of fun, and afterwards we were just chilling in the lounge, and Davey, our former NHCC student, found this huge bucket of ice cream in the fridge without a name, he thought. So we all gathered and ate it and had fun, and at the end he found out that there was a name on it. So this is my confession. The name was Auntie Emmy. I am so sorry. I ate the ice cream. Hope you forgive me.
My favorite memory of coming to NHCC, oh gosh, there's so many. Maybe think about this. Perhaps think of it. Oh, that's right, winning the Yatingi games.
My favorite memories of being at New Hope Christian College is living at the dorms and just having being able to come home to a lot of really great guys, and just being able to goof off, watch movies, eat food together.
So it is very hard for me to choose one favorite memory at school, but I guess I will say mornings when I come to school a little bit early, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I see everyone's face and I say good mornings, and just that fellowship time, and just asking how are you doing, and being asked how are you doing just comes up to my mind when I think of favorite memory at school.
So one of my favorite memories that I had within NHCC being here is my first semester when I first started. I didn't know anyone. I knew maybe 2 people, and during the first semester they planned, all the students planned around the island get together, and that was like one of the best things that I ever experienced, because it just brought everyone from all different places of the world that came to this school, and just quickly, like within one day, made everybody completely tight-knit.
One of my favorite memories here at NHCC is my Ignite group every Thursday would meet up and just talk about what Jesus is doing in our lives, and it's really just shown me that we are a family, and that we are to do it together, and it's super awesome to just bond with the girls that I have. Shout out to you, Edie. You're an awesome leader. Thank you.
Most memorable, I would say, was Mentored Ministry Lab. We went on a field trip, got to do baptisms at Ala Moana Beach or Magic Island. But I would say the most memorable part about it was after, when we were trying to dry off and get cleaned off. Megan was actually all dry already. She just had sand on her feet, so she started to rinse her feet off on the bottom. And while she was rinsing off her feet on the bottom, I started saying, "Megan, I now baptize you in the name of the Father and in the name of the Son." And then she's like, "What?" And then I hit the button and I said, "And the Holy Spirit." And then she just got like doused, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, why would you do that?"
I've learned a whole lot of stuff. Probably the biggest thing I've learned is that you can't ever finish like growing closer to God. Like it's a continual process, and you have to be always walking forward with God. So yeah.
Okay, one thing I learned, one of the most important things I learned being here at NHCC is that all theology leads to worship. And that just changed my whole perspective on learning and reading the Bible, and yeah, it just made the scriptures just come alive for me.
And one thing I learned at NHCC is that, yeah, God thinks. Yeah, Mike Palm said that. So yeah, we do like many good things, but it's not necessarily God things.
And one of the greatest things that I learned as being here as a student, as growing as a theologian, is having a respect and a great love for people who hold opposing views. It really humbles me as I came here, and just learning that there are opposing views other than you, and be able to love them and take them in your arms as your brother regardless of what they hold to.
See, what I learned, one of the things I learned the most was that there's so much depth in things, that things aren't always just there. Like you read the scriptures and there's more to it than what I may just read at sightseeing.
Throughout my time at NHCC, God has blessed me a lot. The most important thing was, or the biggest impact that I had was my love for biblical languages, and I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't gone to school, and I didn't know there was a formal education for that. And so ever since I graduated, I mean, all Greek kind of stayed on, and it really impacted my personal devotion, impacted the way I did ministry or did a Bible study, and that has just grown, and God has totally used that. Last words? Is it last words? Sure. Encouragement. I know, I honestly had really bad senioritis when I was graduating. My last semester, there was graduation and then my wedding, so I remember just being so over school. But, you know, like Pastor Gary's class says, we do finish well. You know, God has called us in, and as He calls us out, as we exit, you know, we're obedient all the way, entrance and exit. And I just want to encourage those who are weary or tired. I think it's normal. I really went through that. I had a really bad attitude, but you know, if God has called me in this school, I want to obey Him wholeheartedly, with the right attitude. Just do all things to honor God, not just to get a paper or a degree. Thank you.
Awesome.